Surely are. Right. Hello everyone. We are back now. I did tell you it'd just be a few moments, and we have 2PACALYPSE Seed 1 versus steamhappy Seed 4, and I have to say, I am joined by another commentator. As I did say beforehand, I am joined here by the myth, the man, the legend, Stu.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Rather interesting semifinals match that we have upcoming. So, steamhappy versus 2PACALYPSE. So far, what we witnessed in the match is that 2PACALYPSE previously faced Yusuf Dikit's fan club, which they won 5-1. Would say a rather easy match for them compared to steamhappy, which were a bit struggling a bit with the Netsubaru Believers team. All the way to tiebreaker, actually. That match went 5-4, actually. Mm-hmm. And now steamhappy will be facing 2PACALYPSE, and whoever will win here will have to face the police, should I say, right?
Well, yeah, we'll just go with the police, yeah, because that's the easiest one to put it.
A rather long name, should we say? It's always rather silly with the team names, but yeah, let's just get started. Rather excited to see this match, especially with the players that we have in both teams. Go ahead.
We've got some phenomenal players in both teams, and I've had the absolute happiness to commentate both of these teams. So I've seen how they've played, I've seen their maps, and yeah, with 2PACALYPSE, they've got Sifs and Synoxa playing, which is, you know, the team that earned themselves Seed 1 in qualifiers, and proving they did deserve that seed, especially with their performances in these matches so far. And then steamhappy having Flameser and Sweek, I believe, who, you know, are Seed 4, and they've had close matches this entire tournament, but with the teams they've been against, I'm not too surprised. I mean, you were saying about going against Netsubaru Believers, where, you know, they did bring it to tiebreaker and just didn't win the tiebreaker, and I remember it being such a narrow match because, you know, Puyu came out with some crazy scores, and so did I can't remember his name. Why? He's the GOAT. Escrapuyo, that was it, yeah. Playing with Escrapuyo, who also did put out some phenomenal scores across the board on those matches. Thank you, Synoxa.
Escrapuyo.
Yeah. Escrapuyo, yeah. Yeah, they did put out some crazy performances across the board on for that match, but they did, you know, steamhappy did narrowly, you know, win that match and bring them to the semifinals where they have shown they belong. And it is now 2PACALYPSE versus steamhappy, and it is their bands.
Yep, and as we can see, things going on in the chat, waiting for the picks and bans.
Yeah. It's saying that Hidden 2 has been banned, but that's not actually the case, and it seems that 2PACALYPSE... Oh no, Hidden 2 has been banned, sorry, I did misread that. Hidden 2 is gone, a ban from steamhappy, which is understandable. That Hidden 2 is lethal. It has, you know, crippled so many teams with how difficult it is, but then Hard Rock 1 and DT2 are gone. No,
we're not seeing Burning Star, unfortunately. We're not seeing the legendary map.
Yeah, that is one consistency map off the board of that Hard Rock 1 being gone. One of the longer, if not the longest map in the pool.
Nomad 5 is actually the second map that is banned.
Oh, again, yeah, Nomad 5 being gone. I think Nomad 5 and Freemod 2 are kind of the least picked maps in the pool, except from Hidden 1,
I can't remember. To be fair, the Nomad 5 ban does make sense, though, especially when you're facing someone like Synoxa from the other team, if you think about it.
That's very true. Synoxa, I think got their first come up coming in as a speed player with, you know, some crazy scores around the board.
Exactly, and when you consider that the Nomad 5 is a 248 BPM Shreddington 4-minute map.
Yeah, that's one of those bands where you kind of expect it to come out, but that also makes me question, why not maybe the DT3 map, which was the speed map, which is the speed map of the pool with, you know, 267 BPM streams across the board. But, I mean, then you look at the Hidden 2, and it's one of those maps where I do get the ban for it.
Speaking of which, the first pick is actually going to be Nomad 6, looks like? From
the Nomad 6. We're going to be picking into Pioneer 4, which has been getting more and more picked the later in this tournament we've been going. And they just want to possibly get this map out early, and I don't blame them, because when they played this map in the last match, they put out some crazy scores on this map. I mean, Synoxa, I think, came out with like a 1 miss almost, with really high accuracy, and just showing that they're comfortable on this map with its really awkward swing control and really awkward polyrhythm style.
Yeah, no 1/6s and map pools are always known to be those gimmicky type picks. Not everyone is comfortable to play on, but if you are comfortable on those map picks, you definitely get a certain advantage, depending on who you're facing, of course.
Yeah.
But we'll see as we wait for the players to prepare for the round to start.
Right, and those good lucks are coming out, so it looks like we're going to be going into the map.
Indeed, indeed. I'd like to mention, this is one of the shorter maps on the map pool, I think. Seems like
yes.
it. 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Rather, you need to be quick with the advantage gaining, especially at the start. But yeah, let's get on. First things first, we see Swick with the slightly lower accuracy compared to the other players.
Yeah, but we're being this early in, especially on a map like this, as long as you can start to keep that actually consistent. Oh, the Flame Surge does find an unfortunate miss really early in, and as I was going to say, with how short this map is, if you try and keep your accuracy and combo level with everyone else, you should be fine. And that early break is going to cause them a small bit of a problem, especially, you know, finding another one on top of it. But Sifs does trade out.
Sifs does trade it out here. But they still have that slight advantage, 51k difference. Not too shabby, but it will slowly but surely move towards the steamhappy team. As you can see, they're building up that combo slowly but surely. As I say that, however, Sweek does find a break, and Synoxa will be bringing that score advantage due to their combo.
Yeah, Synoxa has just been showing off on this map every time it's been picked. Like, against their last opponents, their opponents were even saying to them that Synoxa will probably FCing the map, and the likelihood of that happening, sure, it should be low because of how difficult this map is, but if there's a player to do it, I think Synoxa is definitely going to be the one, especially with holding in to that 644 combo, which I don't think anyone else has been able to match in this tournament, not with how difficult this map is.
Not to mention the accuracy, 97% compared to everyone else who has, let's say, 2 or 3 more accuracy below.
Yeah, but adding on to that, as I was saying about the combo that no one's about to match, Flamester's actually coming up with that combo to 600, and Synox did find their breaks. That combo is going to be
actually struggling right now, slowly but surely moving towards Stream Happy, but as we say that Flames finds a miss here, 40k difference, it's still going towards Steam Happy's side, however. Swick does find another miss here, Sips building up that combo, Synoxa as well, so they are slowly but surely securing that first point.
Yes, securing the first point into their favor, and with, you know, Sifs and Flames are both missing on that jump section, and Sweek actually, so all of them having combo resets, almost the same note, and on the ending of the map, and 170,000 in favor of 2PACALYPSE, with Synoxa pulling out some crazy scores there, but you can't knock down Flames to score either, because that was crazy, you know, just coming up with a 3 miss at 700 combo, but it just isn't enough to beat Synoxa's S rank, which is the first S rank we've seen on this map in this tournament.
How do you even pull an S rank on this map? Genuinely incredible. But to be fair, Steam Happy did have that chance when both Synoxa and Sifs broke there. If they just needed to hold that combo a little bit more. Fortunately for them, that didn't happen.
Yeah, it's unfortunate they couldn't, you know, capitalize on that miss from Synoxa or Sifs, but I mean, again, when you see a score like that, it's daunting to go against, because, you know, this score from Sweek and Flamester especially are generally really good scores, and against other opponents in this tournament, that would have won them the point, but Synoxa just showing absolute crazy confidence and dominance on that map.
Speaking of which, the next map will be the Hard Rock 3. Draw me a map, let me feel the top. Rather interesting name, to say the least.
And let me feel the top. Yeah, this map is the Hard Rock 3. It is a swing arrangement map and an alt map at that. As it came in from Epic Gambling earlier, where they were talking about experience and playing this map, it's such a difficult map to play correctly because you need such good aim capabilities with that aim control and the flow aim especially, mixed in with that finger control to play a, you know, swing arrangement hard rock map that's, you know, alt focused.
Yeah, not to mention, this is another short map, 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Not that long. Like we mentioned previously, it is rather important to build up that early advantage, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But we'll see. This is indeed Steam Happy's pick. Maybe this will be their first point, or maybe not. Maybe it will be a break point.
Yeah,
We'll never know.
Yeah, picking Isis, they're going to be hoping to bring this into the, to bring this map to an equal point, because I mean that was what happened in the last match, right? Every point that every map that a team picked, they were winning their point, and steamhappy are looking to try and bring that into their favor as well, and hopefully take break points off 2PACALYPSE, as 2PACALYPSE want to take break points off them. That's how the tournament will work. But if you want to pick a map this early, especially a map like this early into the map pool, you've got to be confident on it, right? You want to try and build your momentum early on, which could allow you to take on the next map and then the next map. And I think Flamestar and Sweek definitely have the capabilities to do that, but they just need to be ready to do it in match.
They need to be confident, they need to believe in themselves, and they just need to, shake off the nerves. It's only the start of the match, so anything can happen.
Exactly. And they can even be rest assured, because even if, a team does lose this match, they get to go in to compete for top 3 against W Speed, who did unfortunately lose the last match, but, they have a chance to, fight that 3rd place. So even if you're in this match, you don't have to be too scared of elimination just yet. And Sifs finds a very unfortunate early break in this map, but with it being so early, as I've said time and time again, it's not too critical just yet. But it is
especially when you have someone like Sifs, for example, who is struggling a lot with the accuracy at the moment, 86%.
Yeah, but Flamestar does also find their miss about 200 combo in now, so those misses after this point are going to start becoming more and more critical, and Flamestar also does find another break. So that score lead could start shifting over, but Synox also finding their miss means that Sweek's now going to be leading the multi with their full combo and high accuracy at 340 combo.
Yeah, Sweek is holding at 98% accuracy as well. That is rather good compared to the other players from the other team. And also Flames is kind of supporting him with the 97% accuracy run so far, which is not that bad. Well, not that bad for them.
Yeah, they're holding us actually quite well. I mean, both players in steamhappy are kind of leading the accuracy game right now, with Synox sitting around that 97 point and Sifs unfortunately sitting about 94, but they're holding on to combo, which could, be beneficial for them, especially when Synox starts to build up their support and combo at this point. That score lead only being about 80,000 in favor of steamhappy, and Sweek now finding their miss, meaning that score combo can start flipping over, but Synox does trade out that miss, so it's Sifs versus Flamestar. It's accuracy versus combo at this point, so that score lead is only going to start trickling down, and it's going to grow more and more as Sifs builds that combo further and further, but does find that unfortunate break.
Oof, rather unfortunate break from Sifs, which means that the lead will be slowly but surely going more and more towards the steamhappy team. And with that solid combo and solid accuracy, they're potentially getting a point here. I mean, there's only a quarter of the map left. So will it be enough? I don't think it will be enough, technically, for the 2PACALYPSE comeback.
Not with a miss from Sifs there especially, but also the fact that combos, only seeing about 300 mark for Synox, was only about 250 for Sifs before the break. They'd probably have to hold on to a combo for so much longer, and honestly, Synox probably have to FC from this point, and both players from steamhappy to miss, if they want this point to switch over. However, Flamestar does find the miss, but it's so much less of the map remaining, about 25 seconds, 30 seconds remaining, and that score lead, 150,000, is just not going to have time to close at all, so that is going to be the first point for steamhappy, and no break point just yet. And yeah, that makes this match equal with a 1-1, and it being 2PACALYPSE's pick next.
Yep, securing the point, steamhappy on their own map as well. So that is pretty well. Not to mention, massive props to Swick, who had a 2-miss run with 98% accuracy. Well done, well done indeed.
That score is phenomenal. That is a good score to put out early in, to start building your momentum. That's a score to do it on, I have to say.
Surely. But yeah, also another shout out to Synoxa. 3-miss run. Not that bad.
Yeah, bringing in, a possible chance for the comeback if, there's misses from Sweek and Flames that came early. That could have been such a different result for them. But unfortunately for 2PACALYPSE, it wasn't, it wasn't just enough. Flames and Sweek didn't miss early enough for it to matter. And it does break to 1-1. But, it's 2PACALYPSE's pick. They can start to either, start to try and build momentum back, or start the first momentum for this match, because today alone we've only had back and forth. We've not had a team start snowballing their picks.
Indeed. But what do you think will be the next pick for 2PACALYPSE now?
I think they can pick into the DTs. Like, the DT1, DT3 would be so in their favor. Even maybe that No Mod 2, because they've put out good scores on it. Or the 3 Mod 1. You know, there's so many scores, like so many maps across this board that they can pick into. So my guesses would be DT1, DT2, DT3, or
as you say, the DT3 has been picked. Exactly.
Yeah, picking into the strength. I mean, Sifs, you can put out some great supporting scores on this map, and Sinoxa, you know, the speed player who, you know, will probably put out a phenomenal score on, you know, this map. Sure, it's not, you know, the echelon speed of 270, 280, but it's still high enough, especially in a tournament setting, to be comfortable for speed player.
Yeah, we got the Phantom Divine mapper, which is the Fart Lord, and the difficulty by the name of I Am the Empire. The Fart Lord is, I guess, a relatively known mapper, not that much, but not that little, if you know what I mean. Slowly but surely getting into the mapping scene.
Yeah, they're getting more and more recently into, you know, the no-names mappers. I've been seeing their maps a lot more recently than I did before. And honestly, I would have to say the quality of their maps has been quite good, especially when it comes to a map like this, Phantom Divine, which, I mean, it's just a great map. I mean, it's Camelot, they've always got a banger song, and to match it with a map like this, it's just good work, if you ask me.
Yeah, indeed. I also would like to mention the Fort Worth is actually a Croatian mapper.
Ooh.
Yep. For those that didn't know, now you know.
Yeah, well, now I'm aware. You learn something new every day.
Exactly. Also, this is a cut version of the song, apparently.
Yeah, it is a slightly shorter version, but it's not cut too much, so you're not missing out too much of that.
Yeah, it's still rather long, however, 3 minutes and 36 seconds. Not too shabby.
Yeah, about 2 minutes 40 with DT. Oh, 2 minutes 24. Damn, I was 20 seconds off.
It remains 24, so still rather short when you play it with DT, however.
Yeah, most of the matches in this pool are on the shorter end because it is a speedrun tournament with, you know, every match being played in the span of 2 days. It is a brawl, and there are enough maps in the pool that are longer to the consistency check.
Exactly, but yeah, let's get on with the round though.
Yeah, getting early into this map, and it's Sinoxa leading the accuracy with 99.38, but Flamestar matching it with actually matching the accuracy identically. Sif's pulling out a great 98 supporting accuracy, and Sweek having a bit of unfortunate accuracy on the start, sitting about 93, but there's more than enough time to build up, and especially more than enough notes to do so.
Yeah, all of them are currently holding an FC. Grading into the first key eye.
Yeah, the accuracy building for Flames there, and you know, it's not just thinking about still around that 99 era, but Sif's dropping quite a bit of accuracy on that key eye. Sweek actually building their accuracy on it, and that score difference literally sitting in the 700s to 800s. So this map is definitely close at this point with 4 full combos across the board.
Apparently, they're all actually holding combo at the moment. None of them has broken once. And as I say that, Sifs finds a break, but Sweek actually trades it. So we're currently having only 2 FCs from Sinoxa and from Flames.
Yeah, that score lead in favor of steamhappy was mainly just coming out from accuracy, but Sifs is just finding quite a few misses on the section, starting to struggle on that speed and stamina focus of this map, which is not something you want to have on your own map. But Flames breaking the largest combo.
Flames breaks it, going into 2PACALYPSE's favor actually. Sinoxa still holding that FC, 97% accuracy.
Yeah, and just not having any problem whatsoever on that guitar solo. In fact, I think Sinoxa actually built Ak a small bit there, and sitting about that 97.7 mark, holding the highest accuracy in the lobby by about just over a full percentage.
Yeah, that break from Flames made a huge difference when it comes to the score. But now we're moving into the final key eye of the map.
Yeah, and Sinox is just comboing in, even with Sif, multiple misses there, just chain missing on the streams and dropping so much accuracy, struggling on this part. But when your teammate is Sinoxa, I don't think you have to worry. I mean, Sweek's building up a great spot and combo now, reaching that 900 combo mark, but Flames is just struggling to get their combo back on the board. And at this late into the map with 250,000 score difference, that is a point in favor of 2PACALYPSE and a full combo from Sinoxa on the DT3.
The first full combo of the match. What are we seeing? Sinoxa, I mean, it is to be expected, however, but even so, absolutely incredible to witness.
Yeah, being a speed player, like, you'd be more expected to see the DT3, but doing it in match is just such a different story. It's so much easier said than done, and pulling out a score like that, being the first FC on this map as well, I believe, in this tournament, it's just a phenomenal score for Sinoxa, pulling out that 1.09 million score.
Absolutely bonkers. Could this have been? Nah, it would not have been a 1v2, but
Would
just
it be
checking
very
that.
close?
Slightly close, slightly close. Also, I see Kimi321 in the chat. Shout out to Kimi321.
The GOAT!
The GOAT.
Oh, we're going to Cancer Dangerous, the Hard Rock 2, the precision map of the top of the pool, and the energetic song.
Yes, sir. Cats are dangerous. Rather funny name.
Yeah.
Difficulty name. Difficulty name. Meow. Wow.
Synoxia, stay locked in. Focus on your match. You pulled out a phenomenal score, but the match isn't over yet.
Yes, indeed. Still not over. There's a job to finish.
Yeah.
And it would be rather important to finish it on this map right here, which would be a 3-1 lead if they win this pick, the counter pick from steamhappy.
Yeah, getting a breakpoint at this point would be very good for their momentum. You know, they're gonna have confidence now, especially after a full combo coming out from Synoxia. But you know, it's now a flipped skill set. We're going straight into that precision instead.
Yeah, and this would technically be in favor of steamhappy, however, once you see what type of players they have, and if you think about it.
100%. And I'm pretty sure these players have picked this map pretty much in every match, and they've put out some great scores across the board on it.
Yeah, but they definitely need this point, however. They definitely need this point to keep it equal.
Yeah. Impossible map number 2.
Synoxia are looking to confidence even before the match starts.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to the difficulty of this map, I'd put this kind of smack bang in the middle of the difficulty of this pool, because you've got some difficult maps. I mean, Burning Star to prove the point. But then we've also got some easier maps, like that DT4, probably being the easiest map of the pool. But, you know, I'd put this Hard Rock 2 kind of in the middle. But it's, you know, it's short. It's as expected for Hard Rock 2 being about 2 minutes 20. But, you know, it's still got that precision. It's still got, you know, the minimum expectation of, you know, you need to happen, you need your aim. And just nerves on this map could be killer because of the circle size.
Exactly. One shaky and absolutely ruin everything.
Yeah, 100%. Don't get me to play this map, because otherwise it would be a 1,000 score.
Life support moment.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get into this Hard Rock 2. I'm interested to see the scores that are going to come out, because, you know, as we're saying, you know, Synoxia just coming out of the FC, and Sif's, you know, also just, you know, coming out with good scores. Maybe not so much on the DT3, but good enough scores to support Synoxia with. And, you know, Flames are, you know, having played this map pretty much every match, and pulling out, you know, pretty much wins on every single time they've played this map.
Yeah, but currently it's still the start of the map, looking pretty solid from both teams' POV.
Yeah, that score lead is just going back and forth because there's no breaks just yet. But with the first PI, it could happen this early in, as these triples get further and further extended. As proven, a sweet, funny, a really unfortunate slider break right after the end of the linear triple. Yeah,
as you say that, first break goes to Sweek. Synoxia is still holding pretty well with Sifs with that 98% accuracy. Sif's actually going slowly but surely towards the 99%. Which is kind of crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, leading the entire lobby on that accuracy, but I mean, it's not by too much. Flamestar and Sweek, even with Sweek's miss, still holding almost 99 as well. And Sifs does just now cross that 99% mark, going to the second PI. And that's Flames there just finding an unfortunate break, which means that score lead now is going very much in favor of 2PACALYPSE. Sweek finds another break as well in the middle of the KI, which means that score lead now quite
big difference in score at the moment. 280k. That might even secure the point for them. Way too big of a difference. Not to mention Sif holding that 99.28% accuracy. What is he doing?
Yeah, just showing that this isn't a 1 versus 1 tournament, bringing in their own scores to, you know, hold their own and pulling out a phenomenal score as well. Even if, you know, misses happen now at this point, it's still such a good score with 400,000 difference in the last quarter. I don't think there'd be enough time unless both players on 2PACALYPSE find really unfortunate chain misses for the rest of the map. But I don't think there's trouble on the side.
As we say that Sifs unfortunately finds a break here. Synoxia is still holding an FC, however.
Could we go for the back-to-back FCs from Synoxia? Because I believe it's happened once. Could it happen again?
It is a possibility. All eyes on Synoxa.
Come on, it's the ending. This part's so calm, and Synoxa does it with a back-to-back full combo, bringing in the first breakpoint today.
Full combo. Holy hell, Synoxa.
Three-way S-rank.
Three-way S-rank is absolutely ridiculous, and a one miss from Swick as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think I have to change my rating on this map. I probably have to put this map on the easier side of the pool with everyone being this close together on their scores. I mean, yeah, it was an unfortunate break early on for Sweek and an unfortunate slider break, but that's just an insane score coming out from Sifs and Synoxa. Sifs almost pulling out that full combo, only missing in the last 100 combo, and yeah, Synoxa just bringing back a back-to-back full combo and a back-to-back 1 million score. Like, what can
is absolutely ridiculous. What do you even do at this point?
To clarify that, I've just realised Synoxa called this map impossible. But if you're FCing the impossible, though, I'm scared for what you're going to bring out for the rest of the match.
Especially when you consider that their next pick, oh my freaking god, the next round is actually their pick.
Yeah, they can pick into pretty much anything now because, especially after the last two maps back to back, they've shown that they have such a wide range in their maps that they can play. Like, they could pick into that No Mod 2, they could pick to the No Mod 3, they could pick into the Hidden
3. DT1 is still available, DT4 is still available here, so...
Yeah. And the Hidden 3 is the one getting picked.
Yeah, Hidden 3, Libertos.
Yeah. Going into that Hidden half tech, half alternating map, it's, it's quite, like, it has about an easy 200 combo intro, but then after that point, this map's relatively consistent across the board with its difficulty, and it's also one of the more common picked maps in the pool.
Yes, indeed. We did see it picked in the previous match, and that was rather interesting to witness as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 minutes 22 seconds, 6.76 stars. 6-7. Haha, funny number.
Why have you done this to me?
Actually, my bad. It's 6. My bad. I read the wrong stats. It's 6.70. So it's exactly 6.7.
No, actually, it's 6.69.991. Screw you. I'm not dealing with this brain rot. No.
Surely. Yeah, but it's actually 2 minutes and 6 seconds and
2 minutes 8. 2 minutes 8. But yeah, no, it's quite hard to read. It's quite small.
Yeah, rather small.
Yeah. Yeah. This point could actually kind of also go either way. I mean, all of these players definitely have hidden capabilities, and if you're looking at the skills individually, they have ult capabilities, they have, some tech capabilities, but mixing all three skill sets combined, that's where this map can get a bit tricky.
Yeah, surely. Also, 160 BPM.
Yeah, bring in a bit more ult rather than stream capability. Well, exactly. Yeah, there's all map.
Potentially steamhappy having some sort of a chance here, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see what performance these players decide to put on for us in this map.
Starting it off.
Yeah, going through the long triple, no one really finding an issue with the first 90 combo. And getting to a bit more of the calm section before the map really does start to kick off with this build-up. And let's see how it goes. No one having a problem with the slider stream, except from Sifs, who does slider break right at the end of it.
And that will give the early advantage to steamhappy as we see them coming through the early parts of the map. Swick holding a 99% accuracy run. Same with Synoxa, but Swick having slightly more accuracy than Synoxa here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that accuracy coming out from all these players is kind of crazy. I mean, yeah, as you're saying, with Swick just pulling out the accuracy lead over Synoxa, but not by much, with both of them pulling into that 99. And honestly, the only major difference now between these teams is just that unfortunate break early in from Sifs, but, we still got half the map left. So there could be misses coming out from everywhere, especially as this map does start to kick back up again.
Going into the second key eye now of the map.
And no one misses on the follow point ult section, which is kind of where I expected the misses to come out from. The Flames there does find an unfortunate miss in this Ki, just struggling on that bit of that slider to ult combination, and Sweek does as well. So it's so did Synox, so I didn't even notice. The Flames there's score was a Bancho problem, so it's Sifs versus Flames there, and Flames there still on the FC.
Yeah, Flames is the only FC currently in the lobby, still holding that pretty good combo and that sweet accuracy of 98%.
Yeah, the other players, finding their points where they're struggling, because Sweek and Sifs both trading each other out on their misses, and Synox are finding themselves a miss as well, but the accuracy not dropping too much. But Flames there does finally break that full combo, but with 260,000 score lead, there's not enough time for the map to switch over, which means steamhappy take their breakpoint back.
So we're getting breakpoint after breakpoint here.
Yeah. Which does end Synox's momentum for their FCs, but maybe not for the full match. But now it is steamhappy's pick again. So they hold on, a double one miss from Synox and Sifs, just unfortunate slider breaks, which is pretty good scores still across the board. 600k, 580k, 815k for Flames there against other teams.
Sweet with this, calling them noobs. God damn.
Damn, the disrespect.
Yeah, but instantly going to the next pick, which will be Nomad 2 actually for them.
Oh, we get to see my favorite map in the pool, but that's going to be because of bias as a flowing player. So I get to see some crazy flowing scores. And once again, this map, this No More 2, is a custom map. It wasn't necessarily for this tournament. It was for a different tournament I've ever hosted, but didn't get used. So we get to see its first use in this tournament, and we've seen this map get played quite a few times. And this map has claimed some great FCs, some really unfortunate slider breaks, and some unfortunate chain misses and chokes. And it's possibly been one of the closest picks in this tournament.
I just want to mention something. Nomad 2. If you look into the sheet, for some reason it says that the star rating is 7.27. I
think that was set up before rework. I think
that might be, but since then it has been increased 7.32 with the length of 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think that star rating buff is deserved because this map gets difficult as it goes on. It starts off with not necessarily space streams, but still consistent and ongoing to 105 BPM streams. But as you go on further and further in this map, there are more and more space streams, and the ending. This map ends with a massive space stream, which has claimed so many FCs to just end on the spot.
Yeah, surely. Yeah, we're just waiting for Synox to come back. As I say that, they have come back to the lobby.
91% FC incoming. Alright, Synox, well, last time you said anything about the map being difficult or downplayed your own scores, you put out something incredible. And this might be another map where you just do the same thing. But it is steamhappy's pick, so Flames and Sweek are looking confident for this map, and they are looking to bring the point back to equalizing the match.
Yeah, will this be a 3-3, or will this be another extended lead for 2PACALYPSE? Wait and see to find out.
Yeah. Oh, an unfortunate early break from Synox, but literally within 10 combos, so it's not that big of a problem. Especially with the fact this map is on the longer end for this tournament, with it being at 3 minutes 25. And yeah, this map does really kick off. And Sifs just found a really unfortunate miss early into the first intro streams of the map.
Yeah, considering what the pick is, this is a logical pick for steamhappy, to be fair. Flamester and Sweek are kind of comfortable on stream maps, so it was to be expected for this to get picked from them.
And Sifs does seem to be showing quite a mechanical uncomfortability in this match so far. Kind of struggling on that DT3 and now kind of struggling on this No More 2. So mechanics might not be in their favor, but Synox, coming out with that 98% actually one miss at that intro. And oh, is that a no-lock from Sifs on that stream, which is unfortunate because as you see, this map does get more and more intense. These acceleration D-cell streams do just keep going, and Sweek does lose their full combo. So now it's just Flames that are on holding the only full combo, but Synox are practically there as well. And that score lead of 107,000 for the first third of the map.
Yeah, there's still a chance for the 2PACALYPSE comeback, but Sifs really needs to lock in here if they want to have some sort of a chance here to get that point.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, Flames' accuracy, by the way, 99.8, no, 1, sorry. It's just leading the match with this score of theirs, just genuinely cooking on this map.
99% accuracy from Flames. Yeah. This is absolutely insane so far. So Nox is still holding a pretty good 1000 combo, 96% run as well. But now we're going into the space stream part.
And Seek does get claimed by it, and so did Synoxa, which is so unfortunate for 2PACALYPSE, but this map does just show itself getting harder as we go into the first guitar solo of the map. There are 2 of them, with the second one being harder, but this first one is nothing to scoff at, as shown by Seek's finding some very unfortunate misses across the board on this part. And just no locking for that entire stream. Seeks, no! That's so unfortunate, you can't be having this.
Has been struggling a lot on this map, so not looking good for him. Compared to Flames, it's just night and day difference, 90% versus 99. You can see just how comfortable Flames here is on this type of picks. This
is such a Flames map, especially the fact they were gaining accuracy on that guitar solo. And now we go into the second guitar solo, which is a bit more intense. The acceleration decel streams do kick off a bit more. They're not as spaced, but the 1/3 section doesn't claim anyone. And now we go to the sliders, the small break and the only remaining break of the map. Flames there getting to see the other scores, and Synox is just laughing in the face of an FC on the enemy team as the map kicks off with its new space streams as it gets more and more spaced. As I was saying, with the intensity, this map does really kick off.
Yeah, it does seem that Flames is absolutely carrying the steamhappy team with a 99% full combo at the moment.
Oh,
going through that space streams, absolutely dominating at the moment.
Yeah, but
and seeing the map.
The full combo coming out from Flames there. A small bit of an act drop at the end, so it's not a 99, but it is still 98 to 0.83, pulling out that 956,000
finally the first full combo that they were hoping for, since they previously mentioned in chat that they only get S strengths and no full combos. Yeah. Now they equalize the score to 3-3.
Yeah, this match now going back to its closeness with this matching the last match almost, but in different ways. And yeah, as you're saying, Flames did finally get that full combo they were asking for. And I just feel bad for Sifs, you know, just not being comfortable on this kind of map, bringing 42 misses in. But even if they were comfortable on it, to match a score like Flames says, I don't think would have been that possible.
What will be the next pick, however, now? Let's see. This is in the 2PACALYPSE pick now, the next one.
Yeah, going to 2PACALYPSE's next pick, I'm kind of feeling like a DT1 or a free mod one here. That's kind of what I'd expect along the boards from them, but maybe it does with that hidden one.
Ooh. Bring me the horizon, amen.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen this map. I think this is tied for free mod 2 for being the least picked map of the pool. However, with this being picked now, it has taken second least picked map of the pool, with Razorblade Meltdown only having 1 play so far.
Wait, am I tripping or did... Wait, why did Swick type hidden one?
Wait, yeah. It is actually 2PACALYPSE's pick, not Sweek's, but maybe they do want to go with the hidden one. It's up to 2PACALYPSE. I have only just realized that, yeah. I'm the one tripping, apparently.
What? Or is it steamhappy's pick? What?
See, this is why you look at who sent the message to pick the map and not read it immediately. That is my mistake, and I apologize.
What? What? Okay,
yeah, but
I guess.
Does seem, they do seem to maybe want to pick it.
Yeah, it seems like it. Okay, we just got confused by the players. Okay, sure, buddy. We do a little bit of trolling.
Wait, do 2PACALYPSE realize it's their pick?
Seems like it.
Well, either way, it seems that we're going to be picking into the hidden one either way. Letting the opponent pick for them.
Yeah, they let the opponent pick the hidden one. Rather interesting. Rather funny, to say the least. We got confused.
Yeah.
You can see Mausick also being kind of confused.
Yeah, it's an interesting tactic coming out from 2PACALYPSE. And Sifs and Flames, they both miss on the same section. Yeah, this map looking quite intense from the get-go for this hidden one.
I mean, it is a Bring Me the Horizon song, so it is to be expected that this song and the map itself will be intense.
That is true. And Sweek and Synox are both holding on to their full combos and both matching each other's accuracy at 99.5.
Yes, indeed.
Synox does find a bit of an act drop though, but it's nothing to worry about because, you know, Sis is building that support combo back up, and Synox is still holding on to the full combo. Flames is also building that support and combo too, and Sweek is also holding on to that full combo. So that score lead is only about 4,000 score, about a quarter in.
They are still relatively close when it comes to the score difference. So whoever breaks here, it will be, let's say, dramatic for them.
Yeah. The next miss for either team here will be penalized heavily because these players seem to be holding on to combo quite comfortably, so maybe they can keep going on through the entire map as we go into the key eye.
Speaking of which, Swick with that 99% accuracy, he is cooking at the moment. Will he be able to hold that consistency though throughout this part?
Yeah, this part does get quite a bit more intense with these sliders and jumps across the screen, but it doesn't seem to be a problem for any of the players on the board right now. Everyone comboing through this key eye without a single problem, and Sweek does get claimed by the 1-2s right at the end, which has slipped that combo and that score lead into favor of 2PACALYPSE.
Yeah, rather unfortunate, and the lead will slowly but surely move towards the 2PACALYPSE now.
Yeah, that 700 combo coming out from Synox are really just helping their score lead further and further, and Sifs does find a really unfortunate break, but it's Synox versus Flamestar on those combo games right now, and Sweek versus Sifs on the combo. So that score lead is just sitting at a very comfortable 40,000 for 2PACALYPSE right now.
Yeah, it's a matter of who will break here first. But as we see, Flames is the first one to break. Synox are holding it here. Massive 100 key difference here. Very much in the lead at the moment.
Yeah, everyone being claimed by the 210 BPM streams, other than Synox, who really did not have a single issue with them, is shown by the fact they're still holding on to 1,000 combo, holding on to the full combo, 98.6% accuracy, and not a problem caused by the 1-2s either. The aim and the mechanics are just on point for Synox right now. And for everyone else, I mean, they're just catching up to that combo. All of them matching each other. Accuracy for Sweek is still leading accuracy, but the combo not being there just isn't going to help, especially with that 350,000 score difference and no time left on the map. And Synox are choking the full combo.
Miss at the end.
The third to last no.
We could have seen another FC. Fortunately, the one miss towards the end.
Yeah, well, the tactic of letting the opponent pick the map really seemed to work. I never thought I'd see the day that letting your opponent pick would work. I see what you mean. Yeah, just cover up the other one miss. It's an S rank. It's an S rank, guys.
Surely, bro. Surely.
Yeah, it's a banter problem, guys. That third to last note banter problem.
Guys, the score just went a bit schizo mode. It's showing one miss. It's actually an S rank, bro.
Yeah, it's actually an SS. There's no 100s either.
Yeah, no 100s, dude. No 100s, no miss to other ends. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. Bancho moved my arm in the wrong direction. Yeah,
it's Bancho's fault, honestly, playing Bancho. But yeah, that does now mean the 2PACALYPSE are now in the lead with 2 points to coming out to winning the match. But it is steamhappy's pick, and they're picking into that no more 3. They're heavy
gas, gotta step on the gas.
Yeah, very well-known song within the community, and just well-known song in general, to be fair, coming from Initial D, and this map is tense. We've seen phenomenal scores across the board coming out from this map, especially from Eternum, bringing out score after score on this map, basically pulling out an FC and a 1 miss.
Yeah, we hope to see Eternum maybe even cook more in the third place match, since we'll be seeing him there. But until then, we'll just witness the cinema that is gas.
8-hour-long map. It's, what? No, where? No. Oh, here's Hero. Oh, god damn it. Why? Why'd you have to have those numbers, man? Why?
Yeah, rather interesting that this is actually one of the longer maps in the pool. 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Yeah. Loads of time for miss-ups and come-ups to happen.
Yeah, I think this is the longest map in the pool, if I'm not mistaken, with its 4 minute 30 drain time. The only map I think can even come close would maybe be Thrill throw Seeker's Heartless, which I think is actually sitting in the 3-minute range. So yeah, I think this is the longest map in the pool.
Yeah, we're waiting for the players to start and witness this potential cinema here.
Yeah, I mean, this match so far has been cinema. All the matches today, I mean, the 2 matches we're seeing today have been cinema so far. And maybe this map will continue that experience because, this is, steamhappy's pick, a map they are hoping to bring their point back into their favor with.
Indeed. But now we're just waiting for new map to actually start. Since this is a rather, slow start section. Easy to combo.
Yeah, but as the first hard section starts to kick off with this alternating patterns and those large flowing parts, which does claim Sifs, unfortunately, to begin the map with the first hard section, which is going to start moving the score into favor of steamhappy, as both players do hold on to their high accuracy full combos and leading the accuracies by an entire percentage and bit more.
Yeah, that 99.70% AC run so far from Flames is looking kind of crazy, to say the least.
Yeah, but that's also matched with Sweet's 99.6 now. They're both on identical accuracies, almost identical scores.
Yeah, now we're moving into the first KI here.
Yeah, the intensity does start to spike up a bit as the sliders and alternating sections do start to get a bit more complex, as you can see, but it doesn't seem to be a problem for any of the players right now, except from Sweet, who does find a very unfortunate miss and slider break, and that scoreline doesn't seem to move too much as Flames is holding on to that full combo. So is Synoxa, but the accuracy in favor of Flames there a bit, but Sif's holding a great support combo, 500, as Sweet now has to start building theirs back up on these harder sections, and these 1-2 to flow aim sections does not seem to be causing anyone else problems right now. So that combo is just going to keep climbing further and further, and that score lead is just going to start closing incrementally.
17k difference, looking a bit too close here. Flames still holding that relatively good accuracy and combo run, but Synoxa and Sifs here are relatively close in the combo department. Sweek really needs to hope for some sort of a break from the other team in order to win this point.
Yeah, that score lead has just flicked over and going back and forth. And Sweek does find an unfortunate another miss to, ruin their support and combo. As Sifs just keeps building theirs further and further. As Synoxa is just holding on to their FC as well. And Sifs does find another unfortunate miss.
To mention, it's not looking good for them. Oh, wait, Sifs and Synoxa both break.
Ooh.
Yeah, lead going towards Flames now. The steamhappy team.
Yeah, with Flames still holding on to that FC, and Sifs and Synoxa both just keep finding themselves breaks, both matching their combo identically almost, and Sweet is now building a less supporting combo, leading the second combo of the lobby, as Flames there does keep holding on to their FC with 99.5, Sweet still on 99.4 as well, and that score lead has extended to 115,000, but there is still a quarter left of the map, so if Sifs and Synoxa can keep holding on to their combo,
misses from Synoxa.
Just missing on the aim section there. But if Flames and Sweet both miss kind of now, there is maybe a small bit of hope with the last quarter of the map. But it doesn't seem to be happening on this easier section, especially with Flames that are now sitting at 1,700 combos, 600,000 score independently.
It seems like they're slowly but surely securing their next point.
Yeah.
200k difference, way too much. Maybe there's not even enough map.
Yeah, it'd have to become a full combo from both players, from Sifs and Synoxa, and chain misses across the board from steamhappy, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Not this week now, building their momentum, going to 600 combo, and Flames there just ripping this map to pieces, holding it to that 1900 combo.
All eyes on Flames now, 99.50% accuracy. Will he hit this last section? Rather intense. Will he be able to get that final FC?
Come on. Give yourself a second FC, Flames there. You don't want to have another S rank to the name. Add that second FC. Match your tandem score. Bring out the phenomenal score. Bring your team another point home. And I believe that's it.
He managed to secure a second FC.
Yes,
phenomenal score, 99.50%.
Flames that 1v2'd.
Massive props to Swick as well. 99.682, only dropping once.
One miss at 2-100.
What are these scores? Genuinely, what are these scores?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like how WSpeed are. They had a map they were confident on, and they decided to bring it out when it was most needed, and they just did.
They absolutely did. They absolutely cooked, actually.
Yeah.
And bringing it to a rather close 4-4 match. Whoever will win this next point will be at match point, believe it or not.
Yeah. All I have to ask now is there a world where we get to see a back-to-back tiebreaker for the semifinals? Because I'm hoping for it. I can't lie. I have to hope for it.
Both matches from the semifinals being back-to-back tiebreakers, that would be absolute cinema, as your profile picture shows.
Absolute cinema. And it is something I have to hope for, because it just be incredible. Like, it's just no other way to put it. I mean, we've already seen a phenomenal tiebreaker coming out from the last match, and then a phenomenal one possibly coming out here, and there's the No More 4 being pitched from 2PACALYPSE, going into that tech map. Oh. Now, I'm going to say that I kind of think this is in favor of 2PACALYPSE, because they did pick into that Libertas, which is also another tech map, and you know, it's one of those maps that they've showed that they can play. They did win the point. They did win that point, I believe. And No More 4 is quite similar, but it's a lot more tech heavy and.
Other interesting is that steamhappy says here, specifically Flames tier, is that they were debating whether or not they should do No More 3 or No More 4. So I guess this is technically going to their favor to some degree.
Yeah, this is a map that I think both teams are going to be very confident on, so I think it'll be very close, especially if they were debating whether to do this or No More 3. And with the scores they did put out on No More 3, I think they can put out some great scores on this No More 4.
Yeah. It's time to witness some more cinema, however. 2-minute map. Camellia always cooks, and it's rather funny that on the name of the map we see Camellia featuring Camellia.
Yeah. You know, Ushinita Machi, a map I can't pronounce. I actually can't pronounce anything apparently. But yeah, phenomenal attack map coming out with the 166 BPM, which I think makes this a bit more reasonable to play, because if it was any higher, well, when you see the map any higher BPM, and I think this map would become a bit too out of the reach for this map pool.
But yeah, time to witness the Nomad 4.
Yeah.
What will these players be cooking?
Yeah, both teams are going to be fighting for this point to tooth and nail, because whoever wins this point get that comfort of knowing that even if they lose the next point, they get to guarantee tiebreaker. And everyone seems to be hitting the intro confidently. 3 SSs on the board and a 98 from Swick. But I have a feeling that will change quite quickly, because this map does get harder and harder. And Sifs and Sweek both running each other out immediately with a break from each player. But Synoxa and Flamester are going to be matching each other's full combo, with Synoxa having the accuracy advantage at this point, sitting at that solid 99. As Flamester does find an unfortunate break, which means Synoxa now going to be the one controlling the match with their full combo, as Sifs builds up a great supporting combo of 200.
Yeah, as we say, that Flames did find a break there, so the lead is slowly but surely going to 2PACALYPSE's favor. And Synoxa currently still holding that FC. 98.60% accuracy. This is really going to their favor, especially with the supporting combo from Sifs. And Swick and Flames breaking here is not helping them at all.
Yeah, this match, this point is going to be, so far, with the last third looking so in favor of 2PACALYPSE, as Flames and Sweet just keep finding very unfortunate misses, and, you know, Synoxa are just cooking once again, just genuinely showing off the reason why their team became Seed 1, and Sifs does break their supporting combo, which is unfortunate, but I don't think it's much to worry about. That score lead is 500,000 by this last quarter, and you know, Flames and Sweet are just finding nowhere to build that combo anymore. They're just breaking and breaking, and it's so unfortunate for them, because Synoxa isn't having that issue. Synoxa is building their combo further and further. They're sitting at 1,000 combo at this point, which is the highest combo we've seen on this No Mod 4, and the accuracy to match with 98.3, and Is that a leave from Sweek, which is unfortunate to see? I think they want to
absolutely left. What?
They want to take a look at that tiebreaker or the next map while they can, because Synoxa finding the full combo on the No Mod 4. I didn't think this was possible, but evidently it is.
What? What did we just witness?
Yeah, what happened with Sweek, and how does Synoxa FC?
Synoxa just stating that they're the luckiest person ever, apparently.
I'm going to be honest with you, Synoxa. With the scores I'm seeing you put out in this match, I can't say it's luck. That is, what, 3 full combos this match?
What are we witnessing? Holy.
Yeah, okay. I mean, even if we do count Sweek's score, which I don't think I'll count it because of them leaving early, Synoxa pulled off a 1v2. What is going on?
Straight up a 1v2. And now we're just waiting for what steamhappy will do, because currently they really need to think hard now. What should their next pick be?
Yeah, and honestly, if I'm going to be honest, I think they're picking DT4. DT4 is probably their most winnable map for them, because it's not the same as that No Mod 3, but it has the same attributes as No Mod 3 with a bit of weird aim and that ult capabilities, and it was a map they won quite dominantly. And I think it would also throw Synoxa and Sifs for a bit of a spin with the, complete 180 of a map, which, that DT4
Not to mention, there's currently not that many choices here. I mean, you can go for that for the free mod picks, but that will be a gamble a bit. DT1, however, will be the pick.
Okay, so they want to pick into a bit more mechanic-sided. I think they're going to be preying on Sif's less mechanical nature to, hopefully help their score, because, this DT1 isn't a jump map DT1. This isn't your standard DT1. This, I mean, don't get me wrong, it does have jumps included, but it is so mechanically intense with so many 240 BPM streams, 240 BPM bursts, and so many quintuplet notes just littered about the intro.
Yeah, this is a rather interesting pick from them, because this does seem like a Synoxa type of a map that would be comfortable for them, but we can potentially see some good scores from both Swick and Flames as well.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Flames has shown that they can play, quite mechanical heavy maps. It's proven by that No Mod 2. But that No Mod 2 and this map are so vastly different that I don't think they can compare too much, except for maybe the aim. So, I'm hoping that Flames and Sweet can put out a phenomenal score here, because, that would bring it to tiebreaker, especially with the fact they're now backed into a corner. And it seems that Synoxa is quickly reviewing the map.
Seems like it, but we'll see. This will be interesting. If this leads all the way to the tiebreaker, that would be rather surprising.
Yeah, this is no disrespect to steamhappy, of course, because they're still pulling in some crazy scores. But this is not the map I'd have picked if I was them, because this does lead into 2PACALYPSE's player of Synoxa, who is so mechanically talented. But, I mean, only time will tell if this is the pick that does just, bring them into tiebreaker. But I have to say as well, to add, I can't imagine the nerves for Sweek and Flamestead to be doing well right now, because they're backed into that corner where, Synoxa and Sif don't have to worry too much. They have that pillow of a tiebreaker to fall back on.
Yeah, it is game time.
Alright, let's see how the performance comes out from Flamestead and Sweek happens. The sentence I just said was not English, but we avoid that problem.
Yeah, and game time. Let's see.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, building up that combo. The first section of the map, rather easy at the moment.
Yeah, this part isn't too much to worry about. It's when those quintuplets really start to kick off, as it does now, because that fifth note can catch you off guard so easily if you're not used to playing a map like this. But it seems that everyone is having no problems with it. The accuracies across the board are actually quite high. 99s from both players on steamhappy and 97s on both players. But Flamestead does chain this, but it's matched by Sifs, so it's not too big of a problem for them right now. That 9,000 score lead just in favor of Sweek based off the accuracy, I believe.
Yeah, this is kind of playing out at the moment as you predicted. Sifs maybe a bit struggling, as you can see here with the chain misses.
But that's full combo gone, which means Synoxa is now controlling the match with that full combo.
Yeah, not looking too good now. They really need to hope for that Synoxa break. Otherwise, they might be cooked. They might be really cooked here.
Yeah, Flames there breaking again is just not ideal. Not this point in the map, because it's a third in. Every break now is so crucial, and Steve does find a bit of a chain miss on that stream, but you know, it's the two players on steamhappy that need to start building their combos now, because Synoxa is just gonna keep full comboing. Even if Sweet does find a miss and so does Sif, they trade each other out, but Synoxa is the player to look at right now, because Synoxa is going to be the one controlling whether this match ends right here and now or it goes to tiebreaker.
The map already FC'd by Synoxa. But they miss on the jump section, chain missing here on the streams. Swick trades it here, Flames holding that combo, and potentially, you know, going into their favor slowly but surely. 11k difference at the moment. There is a possible chance, but Swick is not helping here with the constant misses. Synoxa finds another break here, however.
Yeah, Synoxa finding those breaks in race is just going to start helping steamhappy bring it to tiebreaker if they can. As Flames there starts to build their combo now. Sifs is starting to build their combo too in advance. Then Sweet building into their supporting combo onto match. But it's now up to Flames there just to keep this combo going. And Synoxa does find another unfortunate break. And again, to these triples, these are so difficult to get right.
Not looking too good.
Synoxa both find their misses, which means that score lead now is going 100,000 in favor of
Flames does find the miss here. All combos are completely reset now, and the favor is actually in Sif's and Synoxa's favor at the moment.
Yeah, that 50 combo lead over Flames there is going to be crucial if they want to start closing the score lead out with the last quarter. But the act favor is in favor of Flames there, so that score lead isn't going to be doing too much just yet, but it is closing incrementally again. So it's literally up to the next miss, and Sweet does find another miss, which means that spawn combo's gone. So Flames there.
Swick here as well, really getting close. Synoxa building that combo. Accuracy is still in favor of steamhappy, but it's really close. It's going to go down to the last minute.
Yeah, literally the last moment of the match.
To do it. 5,000 difference, 7k.
The score lead flipping over literally at the last moments, and no misses coming up from Synoxa, which means I think that closes this map out.
At the very last second, 2PACALYPSE managed to win it.
There's
what did we just witness?
Holy
what did
Synoxa.
we just witness?
The clutch at the ending coming out. That is GG's for 2PACALYPSE as they go to the finals. And steamhappy, unfortunately, being knocked down to the losers bracket and going to fight for the third place against W Speed. But oh my god, how close can you get for this map? I was going to say
way too close. That was way too uncomfortable to witness. At the very last second, Synoxa clutching it up with that combo. What a match.
I was going to say that this map, you know, it would have been so much more in favor of 2PACALYPSE than I thought. But you know what? steamhappy did pull out a good score on it, and it was so close. So I should be taking back my words. It was so close, and they had such a good chance to bring that back. But Synoxa and Sifs do win this match out, just barely 1 point away from tiebreaker, and they do go on to the finals to face Fie and Alfew in the next round, which would be, you know, 2PACALYPSE versus the Police have found my hidden stash of stolen ketamine. But I believe we might be seeing the losers bracket match first with, you know, steamhappy versus W Speed.
Yes, indeed. I think so, actually. Let me check just real quick. Through the sheet. Come on, bro. I just swore an accident. My bad, chat.
Yeah, it's generally been such close matches for the semifinals, and I don't think you could get better results for it.
Yeah, generally the semifinals matches were an absolute cinema to witness.
Yeah.
But it is time to see and witness the third match, the third place match, and the finals.
Yeah, I'm excited for that third place match because it's going to be tense. It's going to be close. And I have got confirmation it is the losers bracket next. It is going to be W Speed versus steamhappy next. And yeah, that's just going to be tense. It's going to be close.
A close match?
Maybe that might be different. Wait, hold on. I'm getting information.
Wait, what?
As we speak.
We're just waiting.
Oh,
it's not looking too good.
That's super unfortunate. So it is steamhappy going to be effing that third match because it is 1 a.m. for them. That scheduling is super unfortunate. So it's actually going to be going to the finals next, because that is third place to W Speed. Eternum and Kempsey getting their third place in this tournament.
Yeah, congratulations to them for the third place. But rather unfortunate that we didn't witness the third place match. And we're going to be moving directly to the grand finals.
Yeah, okay, so I believe it'd be the grand finals in roughly 20 minutes. So if you want to grab yourself something to eat, you want to grab yourself a drink, now is your time to do so.
Wait, how much time do we got?
Roughly 20 minutes.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll mute and we'll be back in 20 minutes. Bye-bye.
Yeah.